what's up, y'all? What's up? Stop arguing about which dating coach is best. Stop arguing about it, because I'm seeing, in addition to some people going at dating coaches, you got the fans of those dating coaches going at each other, say, "Oh, this one's best. This one's best. I don't like this one." Stop. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. As in many things, different. All the dating coaches have different styles to them, right? All the dating coaches have different styles to them, so nobody's on the same thing, right? Everybody got something different. Some of us are focused more on approach, and that's not a big part of my style, but I respect that. And that's just because, just from personal experience and stuff, when I would approach women, they'd say, "Look, you don't have to work that hard." And, there's some dudes out there who don't have to do that. But then there's some dudes who, if they want to get some play, they're going to have to approach. There's no ifs, ands, and buts. In fact, a gentleman who did a webinar for me on my private site, he put the number at like maybe 95% of men have to approach. So that's still legitimate in how to approach in different aspects of it. And I'm going to tell you why you can't really argue about it. The reality out here is that women are different. I mean, the only thing they have in common is a vagina. But they have different personality structures. In fact, when you talk about personality structures, anybody who follow me on a deeper level know I have on-demand videos that break down the personality structure of women. That break it down, and that's a 5-tier system, but then I can go to a 9-tier system. For those who are familiar with Master Yao's work, there's a 9-tier system. And then, you throw in the house of the woman. There's 4 different types of women. Let me use that as an example, because that's been more public. Like if you got the moon archetype, that's the nurturing type of mother type of woman, right? You got the seated hawk, that's the more intellectual type of woman, and also that type could be into like some new age stuff or something like that. But they actually more rational than most other women. You had the treasure chest women, those are the ones who are more business orientated. And then you have the elegant rose, those are the more social, the party girls and all of that. And each one of them, just on that level, got different things that apply to them. Like seated hawk women, you need to be more intellectual. You got to be able to have an intelligent conversation with them. Whereas the moon women, the more nurturing type, they want that, they want that guy who's going to be home with them, got his grill out, going to protect the home, more of a warrior type. The treasure chest, they want that businessman. And, the elegant rose want that party guy. So, and that's just one level. I can go into different levels with it. In fact, one of the people on, in my brotherhood site, they were like, "Hey, can I go deeper into the 5 personality structure tier?" And like I said, I got some on-demand stuff there. I don't discuss it here. I don't give away game. Wait a minute, let me turn this on real quick. Yeah. Take care of this. Defog these windows real quick. But yeah, but the reality, that's just a reality. You can't treat every woman the same. And see, the personality thing, that's just one thing. Because when you deal with women otherwise, I got this po-po guy right across from me. Okay, he cool though. He cool. Being here working out. Anyway, right? Even once you get past the personality thing, you gotta jump into the class level. Shout out BGS Itmore for the octane thing. That's very important. And you got to approach different women differently. So, if you it's a big difference between dealing with the 85 octane and the 92. A very big difference. Like with 85, shoot, you can pretty much be straight up. You can just go right to them and say, "Damn, girl, you fine, ma. Shit, why don't you back that thing up?" And shit. With the 92s, depending on where you at, you go do that to them, they might want to slap you or say something, depending on where you at. If you're in front of a group of people or at a function or something, you say that to her, she might be slapping and acting indignant. You catch in a private setting where, it's more intimate and people ain't really hearing what you say, she'd be like, yeah, come on over here, baby. So that's part of the like game too. You got to know that. You got to know where you at, who you dealing with, and all of that. And then depends on their religion how you approach them. Depends on their religion. Definitely the socioeconomic thing, subculture they might be in. Wait a minute, let me turn this on again. Yeah, it depends. I mean, it depends. And ultimately, when you look at different dating coaches, all of us, no matter how objective any of us might try to be, we're always going to come from it from our perspective. And if we're teaching something, it's because we won with that perspective. I do body game or focus on that as the foundation because that's how I was winning. And I've said that before, because before I could approach, get numbers, all that, and I had so success. Got the body type, shoot, it was a difference between 2 times 2 and 2 to the second power. So that's why I focus on that style, and I developed that. Everybody who would call themselves a dating coach, I mean, if they legit, if they sincere, it's because they developed something specific. So as a person, instead of like when you going around to listening to different people, you gotta figure out, okay, whose approach resonates with you, right, the most. Now the other day I said something about me and Alan Roger Curry. Now he talks about the 5 different things, and I only focus on the top 2. Sometimes it's hard to remember all 5, but he talks about the top 2, attraction and seduction. He's more seduction. I'm more attraction. Now I have a seduction piece that I keep real private, but even that's still based on the attraction thing. But that's just my style. Now that might not be for everybody. Like if you don't have that level of physical attraction to attract a woman, that don't mean you still can't get one. Find a style that works for you. In fact, on my Rom TV site, I talk about different styles of game. And even on my on demand site, I talk about big man game. You can't do the same thing. You got to figure out, okay, what I got. Let me look in the mirror first. All right. You're not going to get them on that alpha showpiece thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of dudes who getting plenty of women. They're not alpha showpieces. They might be big men, or they could be a small stature. I've known some players who were 5'5", tearing up some women. But they use that. So you got to say to yourself, okay, who am I? And does this sound good to me? If it don't sound good, don't put the style down. Just don't watch it. Even my stuff. If for whatever reason you feel like you can't put on those muscles, or you don't have the time or inclination, I mean, that's cool. You don't have to put me down, though. Just find a dating coach who promotes something that works for you. Like, and from my point of view, I don't have a problem I don't see it as a competition. I see it as the same way a Muay Thai instructor or master will see Shotokan or see Kung Fu or Taekwondo. It was like, oh, okay, I respect that. If that's the style. Now, it ain't my style, but I respect that. People got to go with their style because ultimately, just like I said, women have different personality types, so do men. When I talk about the house of the woman, the corresponding is the house of the man. What do you have there? You got the warrior. The women they're going to attract most are the nurturers. You got to see the help. They're going to attract, an intellectual type of man will actually attract a more rational woman. The elegant rose, she'll attract the healer. The party guy, social guy. And if you a hunter, you're a businessman, the women going to feel you the most in business themselves. Or can at least be in a position where they'll help you with your business. And they can respect that. And then there's so many other little things. You got to figure out, okay, what am I doing in life? First, figure out what your own mission is, right? Figure out your own personality. Like if you introverted, you can still get play. You got to figure out, okay, which coach can help me as an introverted person? If you extroverted, which coach can help me with that? Heck, and I'm gonna be real. I don't promote this personally, but if somebody's on some scuzzy ass shit, which coach can help you with that if you want to do that. But don't like say, oh, this one better or all that. There ain't no one method of getting women. There ain't no one method. That's why I can watch other people's stuff and don't have any issue with it or feel the need to go in on it. Shit, if it works, it works. Because like I said, there's so many factors. So sit back and say, all right, what's going to work for me? All right, this might work for me. All right. And then try it. And that's another thing too. Don't just be a fan of it. When I talk about body game and some of the other stuff, I want you to go join a gym or, find a park somewhere. Shoot. Do some push-ups at home or something. Then apply it. Apply it and see if it works. If it don't work or there's something up, either talk to the actual coach, get a coaching session, or find somebody else who resonates with you and you'll feel it in your spirit. You will feel it. You was like, oh, you know what? I can resonate with this. Because something in your life, hopefully, unless you just were totally a hermit in life, there had to be at least one time in your life you got like a woman showed attention because of based off something you did. Think back to that too. It's like, oh, wait a minute. Women showed me more attention when, I had a certain haircut. Well, I was wearing clothes a certain way. All right. Go do that. Go find that person. So, anyway, right? That's all I got for today. This is going to be a short one. Relatively short, you know me. So anyway, right? Yeah, don't be arguing about it. Just find what style works for you. It's just like martial arts or shoot, even cooking or whatever. There's just different styles. Even having sex, there's different styles. But I'll save those for my Patreon. So anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace.